Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's everything you need to know this rush hour of January 21, Tuesday. I am Royces Nagin. Jump-starting today's rush with 3 Chinese nationals placed under quarantine in Calibo Airport after they were suspected of having the novel coronavirus first reported in the Middle Kingdom. The Philippine Star reports that the Chinese nationals, including a 3-year-old girl, came from different provinces of China and landed at the airport at different times. The foreigners were first brought to the Calibo Provincial Health Office and were transferred to the Dr. Rafael S. Tumbukan Memorial Hospital immediately after. But the health department has not yet given any confirmation on the report. The new SARS-like virus was first detected in Wuhan province in China. Since then, Chinese authorities reported that 139 new cases were detected over the weekend, including its capital in Beijing. Cases have also been reported in Thailand, South Korea, and Japan. A third person was confirmed to have died from the disease. And now travel between the Philippines and China is expected to increase due to the upcoming celebration of the Chinese New Year on January 25. The Transportation Department's Technical Working Group gave motorcycle taxis the red light to stop operations by next week. This move, however, drew the ire of some senators. Los Baños tells us why.
No pertinent information. This was the primary reason why the Transportation Department's Technical Working Group decided to cancel its pilot testing on motorcycle taxis. The TWG seeks to determine whether motorcycle taxis are safe or not. It claims to have had difficulty conducting the study due to the actions of Angkas. Angkas filed for a temporary restraining order against the TWG's 10,000 rider cap per motorcycle company.
Naglagay po kami ng mag-register sila ng mga riders nila, but then we will restrain by a court na tinanggal po yung part of our guidelines is the cap. So ngayon po, hindi na po namin alam kung sino po ang mga tatakbo ngayon sa kalsada.
Before Monday's Senate hearing on motorcycle taxis, TWG Chairman Antonio Guardiola told the press that motorcycle taxis will cease operations by next Monday.
Illegal sila lahat. Kasi they are drawing their authority to run motorcycle because of the study. Kasi we know that there is a law covering this, which says that a motorcycle is still considered as a private mode of transportation.
Riders were dismayed.
Hindi maganda kasi mawawalan kami ng trabaho. Tapos sana tuloy nila hanggang March.
Senator Grace Poe wasn't pleased as well, even scolding the TWG.
Kami ay umaasa sa inyo dahil kayong may mandato na gumawa ng pag-aaral na yan. So, ikakansela ninyo dahil ayaw ninyong gawin ang trabaho ninyo, ganun ba yun? Paano? Paano ngayon yan? Illegal silang lahat? Tapos pagdating ng Marso, kailangan pasahin na namin tong batas na to?
Lawmakers accused the TWG of sabotaging Angkas to favor other competitors. They said data can be easily sourced from the PNP or the Highway Patrol Group.
Alam mo ang nangyayari dito? Gantihan. Kasi naiinis sila dahil nagrarally ang ibang kumpanya, naiinis sila dahil nagpa-file ng kaso sa kanila, kaya nila ginawa ito.
Hindi ho tama itong resolution na ginawa ho ninyo dahil kawawa po ang nagnudusa po ang ating mga pasahero.
Angkas insisted it is cooperating with the TWG and is only against the proposed rider cap. Senators and stakeholders agree that the pilot testing should not be cancelled, something that the TWG said it will consider. Senator Bongo meanwhile assured that no arrests will happen while the issue is being ironed out. Reporting for News 5, Mea and Los Baños, we are One News.
It's been more than a week since the Taal volcano erupted, displacing thousands. At least 2 evacuees died while taking refuge in temporary shelters in Batangas. Jenny Dongon has the story.
Instead of seeking refuge in an evacuation center, the De Rojas family were housed at a funeral parlor. Their matriarch Felina De Rojas experienced chest pain while at a temporary shelter in San Pascual, Batangas last Saturday. She then succumbed to cardiac arrest.
Stress, usok, pagod, puyat. Tapos siguro nag-iisip rin kasi nga ayaw nilang umalis, ayaw nilang malayo sa bahay kasi may mga alaga din pong baboy.
The families wish to have her buried in their hometown in San Nicolas, but the town is under total lockdown.
Ang pagdadala po ng bangkay sa San Nicolas ay maaga kasi umaga lang sila pumapayag na may pumasok.
Another evacuee died at an evacuation center in Santo Tomas, Batangas. 50-year-old Maria Teresa Valiente also suffered from a heart attack.
Kasi kahit sino man mapunta sa evacuation center talaga namang stressful. Not only yung stay sa evacuation center, but definitely yung pagka-evacuate nila. Kasi imagine naman yung situation na pumuputok ang bulkan and they have to leave their families or their belongings behind. And they have to stay dito sa evacuation center without knowing kung kailan sila makakabalik.
While deaths have been recorded in evacuation centers, there are no fatalities yet directly linked to the Taal volcano's eruption. Some evacuees, however, are now having skin ailments, like Father Billy Manggit, who is helping evacuees at the Padre Pio Shrine.
Makati talaga siya. So may ilan, yung isa namin kasama ding pare, na nangangati din ang katawan dahil yung pagpatak ng asphalt. Kahit pa nga namantal na yung mukha ko, tuloy ang misa.
Doctors reminded evacuees to wear appropriate face masks, especially those with respiratory conditions. They add residents outside the 14-kilometer danger zone shouldn't be complacent.
Meron pa rin kasing mga fumes or mga ashes na binubuga yung bulkan na maaari pong makarating dito sa lugar dala ng hangin.
The Health Department has deployed medical officers to all evacuation centers in Batangas to closely monitor the situation. For News 5, Jenny Dongon, WR1 News.
Here are the biggest stories from the dailies. Philippine Star reports that the Taal volcano appears to be recharging. Phivolcs noted swelling, a sunken portion, and some slight tilting in the volcano island after days of silent activity. Phivolcs says this indicates a resupply of magma rising to the surface, which could lead to a powerful eruption. With a perceived safety threat, the Interior Department has decided to halt window hours for evacuees visiting their residence located within the 14-kilometer radius danger zone. The DILG initially allotted window hours to provide evacuees the chance to retrieve some items and inspect their homes. Filipino Star ngayon reports that the stricter policy has been implemented due to the erratic condition of the Taal volcano. And this from Business World. Income loss from Taal volcano's eruption could hit as much as 4.3 billion pesos according to NEDA. In an emailed report, NEDA said the agriculture and fisheries sector will bear the brunt of this impact as it could stand to lose over 3 billion pesos in unrealized income, while the service and industry sector could lose more than 1 billion pesos because of Taal's continued unrest. NEDA Secretary Ernesto Peña said that this could affect poverty in the short term, but rehabilitation and reconstruction would stimulate the economy through increased government spending and creating more jobs. President Duterte revisited the affected residents of the Taal volcano eruption in Batangas last night. There, he vowed to provide not just enough funding, but to construct evacuation centers for all disaster-prone areas in the land. Jenny Dongon reports.
President Rodrigo Duterte cracked yet another joke during his second visit to affected residents of the eruption of the Taal volcano in Santo Tomas, Batangas.
Ano bang balita sa bulkan yan? Sige pa rin, galit pa rin. Gusto kong ihian yung butas dyan. Kasi galit ako sa kanya. Kaya lang hindi tao to, hindi mo masampal, masipa.
But on a more serious tone, Duterte admitted that it may take some time before the residents can return to their normal lives. Although he assured them that the government has enough funds to provide for their basic needs.
There is money, and we will just have to ask from the National Treasurer kung magkulang. But anyway, he is eager to help.
Duterte added that it's about time that we have our own evacuation centers, especially those disaster-prone areas facing the Pacific Ocean.
That is why it would be good if Congress can provide the money together with itong tulong ninyo. Hindi naman natin masiguro yung Taal kung kailan talaga puputok o hindi. In the meantime that we are expecting an eruption, mas mabutit na lang na umpisahan na rin ang evacuation center.
In a separate statement, Senator Bongbong claimed that the president is prepared to give 10 million pesos to Batangas provincial government after suffering huge losses due to Taal's continued unrest. Some local government units in Batangas will also be receiving 5 million pesos each. This include Lipa City, Agoncillo, Tanawan, Mabini, Batangas City, San Luis, Santo Tomas, and San Jose. For News 5, Jenny Dongon, We Are One News.
Amid President Duterte's call for the speedy release of a supplemental calamity fund, there are some concerns that the demand comes a bit late. Recall that lawmakers slashed government's calamity fund in this year's national budget by 4 billion pesos to 16 billion pesos. President Duterte signed the 2020 4.1 trillion peso budget earlier this month without vetoing any provisions which may be deemed irregular.
The budget for next year is being prepared now, this year. Itong pangyayari na ito, hindi naman ito kasali sa budgeting. Hindi naman natin akalain puputok. So, baka magkaroon tayo ng supplemental budget sa Congress.
And the Philippine Constabulary.
In other news, PNP officer in charge Archie Gamboa has taken to hell as new police chief. During the oath-taking rites, Gamboa expressed gratitude for the president's trust and vowed to work hard to uphold the integrity of the national police. He says the PNP's procurement powers have been restored, but with some conditions.
Even the president told me that it will be under the strict supervision of the Secretary of the Interior and Local Government. And even the Secretary assured the President that he will review all of our actions so that he can also ensure to himself that these are corruption and graft-free transactions.
Interior Secretary Eduardo Año also welcomed Gamboa's appointment as the country's top cop, saying the DILG will continue its support to the PNP.
With your new chief, Police General Archie Francisco Ferranil Gamboa at the helm, I am confident that the PNP is in good hands, and I enjoin everyone, all personnel of the Philippine National Police to rally behind Police General Gamboa to move forward. Makakaasa din kayong magiging katuwang at kaagapay ninyo ang buong DILG sa bawat takbang.
Moving on to headlines abroad, Prince Harry has finally broken his silence over the news of his separation from the royal family. The Duke of Sussex explained that he and his wife Meghan surely wanted to serve the Queen and his people without having to spend public funds. However, as part of the royal family, Harry learned that it was not possible. That's why after so many months of discussion, he has made his decision for himself and the future he wants for his family.
The decision that I have made for my wife and I to step back is not one I made lightly. And I know I haven't always gotten it right, but as far as this goes, there really was no other option. What I want to make clear is we're not walking away, and we certainly aren't walking away from you. I've accepted this, knowing that it doesn't change who I am or how committed I am. But I hope that helps you understand what it had come to, that I would step my family back from all I have ever known. To take a step forward into what I hope can be a more peaceful life.
And that's how the day is shaping up to be. Join us again next time for another round of Rush. For Risa Diaz, I am Royce Snagit. We are One News.